Hello, welcome to Animal Audit Corner. Hold on 1 minute. I want to put in my lights, okay? Okay, here we go. Hello, welcome to Animal Audit Corner. I just had to put the lights up because it started to look a little bit darker. So I didn't want to have the entire show in the dark. So here we go. Today we are making pasta with mushrooms and spinach. And we are also going to make some pepper bark ice cream. And it's leftover from Christmas. I was going to take it to my hairdresser, but it's starting to dry out and looks so white and brown. So decided to actually make paper bark out of it. So anyhow, now we are going to add 36 ounces of vegan heavy whipping cream, or it actually can be any whipping cream, but however, I choose to be a vegan, so I'm going to use the fake stuff. So, okay. There. Now, I am going to add in the evaporated milk. Let me get my blender. Mix everything. Okay. Then I'm going to add, I was going to add sweetened condensed milk, but this is the evaporated milk, so evaporated oat milk. So I made a little error, so I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. So if you made the same error, add 1 cup of sugar. Usually it's supposed to be condensed, but you know what? If it's not, well, then you made a mistake that I did. Stick it in. All right. Then add your 1 cup of sugar. All righty. There we go. We are going to blend. Oh. Then let's see. Get the vanilla. And we're going to add a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. So this is a vegan type ice. I'm going to make vegan ice cream. But I can't cram my thoughts into yours. I am a vegan, so I'm using vegan milk and vegan oats. Okay. All right. So we're going to put, okay, teaspoon. Since I put the milk in, usually if it's the condensed milk, put in a teaspoon and a half. But since I put milk in there, let's put 2 teaspoons in. Okay. All right, let's see how this is going to turn out. Hopefully I didn't mess this whole thing up. Okay, now we're going to start this recipe out slow and then speed the whole thing up. could be for a weekend snack. Of course, I eat whatever I want on the weekend, but during the week, it's a little bit more healthier. Okay. So buy the condensed milk, not the evaporated milk, but just in case you want the evaporated or whatever you use, put in the 1 cup. But I wanted the evaporated milk, but no. I wanted the condensed milk, but you know what? Things worked out worse, but you know what? Let's see what happens. But guess what? I will make ice cream again during the summer, but since I have the leftover peppermint box that I was supposed to give to my hairdresser, but it looks like it's going to dry out, because by the time I get to my hairdresser, it's going to be completely dry and it's probably going to be unedible. So now this thing is a month old. So I doubt she wants it now. So okay, now we're gonna speed it up a bit. Okay. It's popping up all over my okay. Yeah, I should have just known that the condensed milk I had in my hand was the one I was supposed to get, but you know what? This is how it worked out. So naturally I put the 1 cup of sugar in. And since the evaporated milk has no sugar in it, I decided to just put 1 cup of sugar in there. So now the sugar that I have is natural. So, oh God, can't have that air. So today, or was it last week or the week before? Danny Masterson's lawyer decided to file an appeal on the habeas something. I can't say it, but yeah, they're actually considered not the lawyers actually wanted to argue that case to try and get him an appeal under habeas corpus, whatever it is. So I can't remember how to say the word. So, and of course, it's been shot down. Yeah, he's not gonna actually give him his appeal, but they argued furthermore, and they wanted his whole case dropped, meaning he can get up and walk out of prison. And of course, they said no, forget it. So, whoa, imagine him walking out of prison. Oh man, this was in Chris Sheldon and Tony Ortega's show, and well, Chris Sheldon's show that he has every weekend with Tony Ortega. Imagine him walking out of prison, and David Miscavige now is opening up an org in Puerto Rico. I mean, when is he ever going to get up? It's the whole Scientology is shrinking in numbers, and he's thinking about opening up another org. Well, guess what he did? He went to the wealthy Scientologists to actually build the org out of donated money. Well, guess what? He managed to get it. Yeah. So a month from now, in February, there's going to be a new org in Puerto Rico. But is it going to open? We'll just see. Because the very little Scientologists that there is, I doubt anyone's going to walk in there. I mean, he's trying to expand, but I mean, just give it up already. Your numbers are shrinking, and you're opening up another org. Now, come on, it's just ridiculous. And okay, so he just collected the money with the little wealthy members that they already have. He managed to pump out a little, money out of the very little wealthy members that they have. It is just so okay. What else is there? Yeah, it's really going down unusually. And of course, as you know, the Jane Does are, I think it was Chrissy, but one of the other Jane Does, I just forgot her name, is actually suing the Scientology. Now, I think it is Chrissy Bixler because she mentioned that Scientology did kill two of her dogs. The first one, Ethel, she was bleeding out. She died. And then the second dog died, same mysterious death. But however, Scientology is the only one that could have done this because they had issues about her going to the police and reporting it to Tandy Masterson. Now, enough women, a huge group of women walked in and told the police, there's about 8 of them. Now, they thought, you know what, since the other ones have passed, we'll actually charge them with 3 of their counts. So that's what they did. They charged him. And then he went to trial. He got found guilty, and now he is sitting in prison. And of course, they filed an appeal. Of course, Aaron might have mentioned it before, but is he going to get the 3rd appeal before he actually spends the rest of his life in prison? We're going to find out. I think it must be 3rd appeals, but hopefully all his appeals would get exhausted and he'll stay in there. So, okay. All right, just let me put 1/3 in there. then that'll be the end. Okay, there. Because nothing is happening in there. I hope it's not too sugary, so let's see. It was supposed to be the evaporated milk, not the evaporated milk, the condensed milk, but you know what? Since I got the wrong one, and it's the evaporated milk, I decided to put both the sugars in, both 1 cup and 1/3 sugars in. Hopefully it'll stiffen up. If not, then, oh my gosh. Okay. So we're gonna keep on stirring. How long is it gonna take? Let's see. Alrighty. So far it is rising up. So maybe it'll turn out the way I'll expect it. And then we're gonna put in the peppermint god after it thickens. Alright. Okay, what else is happening this week? I am still in the middle of doing the countdown channels, the top countdown channels. Now, I was going through all of them, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to get the top 15 channels. So I wouldn't actually. So I am working hard at it, and I'll bring you the countdown either Monday or Tuesday. So, okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Now on Friday they had their Friday protest, and of course, you know, Aaron can't be anywhere near the Fort Harrison Hotel. So I guess so they have to protest, I guess, from a distance. So because that's what he did the last time. Am I trying to find the protest? Yes. So who is at the top of the channel that I'm gonna give? Well, find out. So I put the natural sugar in. So oh my gosh. So if you put the wrong thing in, just make it 1 cup and 1/3. So okay, it's rising up pretty good, but let's see what's gonna happen. Is it gonna stiffen up? We'll just see. Now the condensed milk is like solid. So I just it's yeah. It is what it is. I just got the wrong one. So all right. So buy the condensed milk. So or whatever. Okay. All right. Come on. You gotta. How long am I going to do this for? Oh, if you're going to put a bet on it, say $5. I'm not the bet kind, and I don't bet. I haven't done that since high school, and I was thinking when I picked up the evaporated milk, I'm like, okay, this doesn't have any sugar in it. I turned it over, and it was evaporated milk. It was a condensed. So I had to do the best I can. So this is plant-based ice cream. So every once in a while, you can splurge. And then next month, it's Valentine's Day. And what are we gonna cook for our Valentine? Well, let's see. Okay, it's bubbling up. So what's gonna happen? If not, and it's past an hour, what are we gonna do? So let's see what's gonna happen. But I am gonna eventually do it again over the summer. But I thought, you know what? I can't wait for the summer. This is starting to dry out, so I don't think my hairdresser is gonna want a deep white peppermint bark. So I am going to turn it into peppermint bark ice cream. So coming this Monday and Tuesday, or maybe Wednesday, who knows? I'll let you know ahead of time. It's the countdown to the top anti-Scientology awareness chart that I'll be giving you this week. I'll be doing it every single year, and then first every year I'm going to give you my top videos if I have any, who knows. And then I'm going to do the top 10 or 15 top channels in the Scientology awareness, anti-Scientology movement channel. This week, up and coming week, I'm going to give it to you. So tell your friends, okay? Okay, I turned it up again one more notch. Okay, now this has to thicken. Then I'm going to turn it up to 5. Okay. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope it will work. All right. Okay. If not, then guess what? I will go get the condensed one, but so I probably think something's going to happen. We'll see. All right. Keep mixing. I made a huge boo-boo. So, all right. Now, this whole thing is plant-based, so it can be soy cream. It can be well, I don't know if it's a copyright thing. It can be the country crock. So, okay. All right. All right. It's rising up a little more. I think it might work. So the next ice cream I will make are berry ice creams. That should be mixed. We'll see. I'll keep changing up the flavors if I can't find anything to actually. It can be chocolate, it can be strawberry. Now, I'll tally up all of it. Come the summer, I'll have a vote coming this year in the summertime. I am going to actually put it to the vote. It's between you guys. So come to the chat because it's the only way I can do that. Leave. All right. All right. Okay, it's rising up pretty good. Now I'm going to really whip it up. And it's working, I think. And you know what? Something is going on because my new laptop is actually acting up on me. It's just not bringing me the site that I want to bring in. Now it's really messing things up. So I'm going to have to figure out what am I going to do. So even with my new laptop that has the child parental control on it. So, and then I took this one to see if I can delete the viruses that are in there. Guy said there weren't no viruses and that it's an old computer. So I'm thinking, you know what? Since the other one has the parental control and this one actually on its last legs, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. All right. Oh boy, you can see it just rise up. Okay. Because guess what? I see from here. So I think it probably will work. So that's what I'm thinking. And then again this summer, I am going to do it again. I'm going to make another ice cream, and this time everybody come to my channel and we'll put it to the vote and see what's going to go on. Oh my goodness. It is thickening up. All right. Okay. Now you're seeing it right now. It's rising up. rising, it's rising, it's rising. So it is working. Let's see here. All right, I think I'll whip it a little bit more. Yep, it works. Okay. So condensed milk or plant-based whatever. So the condensed milk already had a sugar when I mentioned it. So get that. But if you insist on getting the Gatorade milk, fine, then get it. But put 1 1/3 cup of sugar. But if you use condensed milk, then don't put any sugar in there. All right. All righty. Okay, yes, it's working because it's going way up to the top. Now, is it going to turn into butter or the whipped cream that's going to actually turn into ice cream? Oh boy. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. All right. And everybody, it looks like I'm gonna have to make more Scientology versus the mafia because everybody's just fixated in saying that Scientology is just like the mafia with reality. They operate differently than they are, so I'm gonna have to do more of it. However, they do at least a couple of things that they do. I can admit. Now they look upon the cult figure as a god. They look upon the mob boss as a god. So it is. That's the way that they see the mob boss of all bosses. So, and they're there some days a week. They're there some days a week. But that's the only way I can see them be similar to what they do, but not really. Oh, geez. All right. It's really going up to the top. All right. All right. Maybe I better cut this out. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to get, yeah, this is totally way up to the top. So, I'm going to get the container that I'm going to put this in. So, wait right there. Here we go. So, let's see if it'll. Okay. All right, I'm going to pour a little of this in there. All right. It's supposed to be stiffer than this, so. All right. So. All right, so let me just whip it up a little more, see what will happen. It's getting halfway there, but let's see what's going to happen anyway. So. All righty. Is it going to float right up to the top? Let's see. If not, it's going to have to be vanilla ice cream instead of peppermint bark ice cream. So let's see what's going to happen if I actually put it in there. So this means I'm not going to make ice cream again until the summer. Now the reason why I actually and then tomorrow I'm going to be baking bread. Yes, for breakfast. I will bake bread for breakfast. Yeah. How many breads am I going to make? Let's see here. All right. All right. Now this is a treat that you can have, and every once in a while, if you're gonna give it to the kids, then you're gonna give it to them about every day, or unless they have diabetes. But you can get the sugar-free one. You can use sugar-free substitutes. Like I put the natural sugar in there instead of the condensed milk. So, okay, now guess what? You can actually make it with your kids. You can make ice cream like this with your kids. If you want to do it with your kids, one day, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So, all right. And then I'm going to start making the mushroom and spinach pasta after I'm done with this. Okay. All right, it is thickening it up a little more. All right. And then I'm going to stick it in there and whip it up. All right. Okay, let's see. Ah! All right, I know if Natalie sees this, she's going to probably want to make it with her two grandchildren, Nina and Oliver. Okay. All right. Now, timestamp is January, no, let's see, January 24th. Okay. All right, and I even got it on the chat, January 24th. Okay, it's just thinking up a little more. Okay, there we is. Now I'm gonna whip this one up too. So, okay, there we go. So let me do this again, only with this. And then I'm gonna break it up and put in the peppermint bark in this one since there's a little bit in there. And then I'll probably, if it gets to the top, then I'll probably have to make vanilla too. So, okay. But am I gonna eat the ice cream every day? Oh no! Alrighty. All right. All right. There. Now let's see what we're gonna do. All right. All right. It's completely done. Let's see what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna put all the peppermint barks in there. All right. Yeah, it worked. It's really whipped up. So, okay, I'm gonna put this here. Now I'm gonna break it up. Break up all the peppermint barks in there. Break them all up. All right. Now next year I'll definitely make the peppermint bark ice cream since I couldn't actually. I was gonna make it for you guys this week. I mean, during Christmas, but didn't get through because I was out. Okay. And of course, you didn't realize I ran into a problem. I accidentally walked in to the coffee shop with copyrighted music, and then Bing Cosby was playing in the background. And of course, as you know, YouTube got in touch with me and I got hit with a copyright, so I deleted it. But then they asked for the copyright so they can take it down. But I deleted that and deleted the other channel. So, because I heard it from that. But then I decided, you know what? I was honest about it. But at the same time, I had this one video left. And I heard piano in the background, and sure enough, it could be a copyrighted music, so I put it in. Right now, but if you want, you can actually add an extra teaspoon of mint. That's right, the mint extract. Isn't that pretty cool? So it's optional. So should it be optional? I don't know, because there's enough liquid in here, so no. Okay. Now, Stir it up. Looks like I can pull it off. Okay. I'm going to keep on breaking this up. I'm going to see what's at the bottom. Or maybe I'll get it later. I'm going to break up the peppermint bark. And this is left over from the holiday, and it looks like it's drying out, so I decided to make peppermint bark ice cream. So, am I in good health? I think I am, because guess what? My cholesterol's went down. I don't have any I'm not diabetic. Usually later on in years, people can get diabetes later on in life. So no, I did cut down on my sugar each and every time I got older. So, all right. Keep on breaking this down. All right. Stir it around. Then I'm going to start on Then I'm going to start on our today's main course, which is the spinach and mushroom pasta. So, okay. Now, is this going to turn into vanilla ice cream? Let's see if it does. Now we're going to keep on breaking everything up. Breaking down the peppermint. Break it down. It's in a huge chunk, so. Okay. And is it the dark chocolate? Yes, it is. So. Okay. All righty. Let's see here. If I can break down the crumbs that are in this. All right, put these back in there. See what's going to happen. Now, is it all going to go in? It's so thick, I doubt it. So, okay. Keep breaking it down. All right, I think that'll probably do it. Because, all right. All right, so we'll close this up. Okay. Now we're going to stir it up. Got some leftovers here. All right. Now, is it going to turn half of it, is it going to turn into vanilla ice cream? Or is it going to turn into the peppermint bark ice cream? Let's see here. Looks like half of it's going to turn into vanilla ice cream. So, all righty. All right. Looks like it's going to turn into the vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Let's see. We can add more in there. Or I can actually turn this into whipped cream. And then we'll get a sundae. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to turn this other half into whipped topping. Because we are not going to waste this. So we're going to stick this in the freezer. Okay. There. You stick this in the freezer. Hopefully it won't spoil. That'll be okay. But just in case, let's see here. All righty. Now to save money, it's a good idea to make some of your own stuff, but if you want to buy ice cream for the kids, you can. But this is more fun. All right, there we go. We also have whipped topping too. Isn't that a hitch? Okay. All right, there we go. Now we're going to close this up and put it in a refrigerator. Made the coolest desserts around. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to get rid of this. Oh! What happened here? All righty. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to unplug this and put it away. Okay. And now we're going to make, oh, geez. All right. Spinach and mushroom pasta. Okay. All righty. All righty. Now, should I use this? Well, yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to fill up a pot of water for the pasta. Okay, where is the pasta? Okay, it looks like I'm going to be using this, not the spaghetti. So, guess it doesn't make a difference. Okay. All right, we're going to fill this pot up with water. Water. What an adventure we had today, huh? All right, so we're going to turn this on. So we put it on medium heat. All right, first, okay. Now, guess what? I am going to use the mini food processor from Ninja to chop up the onion to put in here. Okay. Now, that I'm going to save for the bread tomorrow. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons and a half of the oil in here. Okay, so let's do it. Here we go. All right. Yeah, 1.5 tablespoons of oil. So let's do that. One, 2.5 teaspoons of oil. Okay. All righty. Then we're going to put this away. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to grab out my 2 onions. It says 2 shallots, and of course I got the shallot. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to turn this on medium heat. Okay. Of course, let me see here. All righty. All righty. Now, it has been 1 hour and 14 minutes now. So this is the new recipe for the new you, because guess what? You are out of Scientology. That's right. And the rest of you will get out of Scientology. You won't be held prisoner anymore. All righty. Come on. Okay, well. All righty. And as you know, Will Smith's son is out of the closet. Now, could that be the reason why he left Scientology? I wonder, because you know how much of a homophobic record they have, so I would probably think so, but he claims he was never in Scientology, so he's verbally denying the whole thing. So there we go. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Come on, come on. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Now I'm going to strip this off. All righty. Okay. Alrighty. Come on, go. Okay. I am trying to get this skin off, but it's not coming off. So let's see here. Now. Okay. All right, so we're going to cut this off. All right. Now, okay. I managed to get that story at the last second about Danny Masterson getting his appeal. Of course, Aaron actually brought it up first, so they just shot his appeal down. So, and that's what Chris Sheldon and Tony Ortega reported. So the rapist is going to stay in prison. Okay. So, all right. Now I'm going to cut this in a ridge. Put this in there. And then seal it up. And I'm going to use the Ninja fruit processor to chop up my onions. Now, tomorrow, I'll be making peanut butter using this. So, let's see here. Now, I'm going to dump these onion peels. There we go. We're going to chop this up. Okay. And then we are going to throw the onions in here, saute it with the garlic. Okay. All right, let's see. Shallot. All right. Spinach. Okay, the minced 7 to 8 teaspoons of minced garlic. That's going to go in there. So I'm going to put 8 since I love garlic so much. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Okay, we're going to stick this on. There. All right. So this is ready to go because guess what? It's heated up. Okay. So we're going to chop up our onions with the Ninja food processor let's get down to it. And all you need is 2 seconds. And it's actually done. Let's see here. Yep, it is done. See how minced it is? So it's really, really done. So, oh my goodness. Okay. All right. And now we are going to scoop it out with the spoon. So it's unbelievable. All it takes is just 2 seconds and it's done. And this is with the Ninja food processor. So that's all you need is 2 seconds. So I'm going to stick this in there. Hopefully there won't be a bottom of the barrel because all of it's going in there. Oh my goodness. All right. All righty. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see how much we can get out of here. All right. Okay, there. Now we are going to saute this. Pull this out. Put it over there. And this is the Ninja food processor. Consider getting this because it is unbelievable. And I am definitely going to work on a link that'll go down below as soon as I hear from the company. Okay. All right. All righty. And then we're going to add 7 to 8 teaspoons of garlic. Now, how is this going to turn out? Let's see. Okay. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. And there it is. Now we're going to saute it up. Okay. Oh boy. Whew. All right. Now, I'm going to try making peanut butter with the food processor and see how it turns out. With no added sugar in it. So how's it going to turn out? This only took 2 seconds to chop up. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Same time I'm starting to tear up. All righty. All right. All righty. Okay. And then Oh, then I'm going to take 16 ounces of mushrooms, stick it in. Okay, there it is. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh my gosh, I'm tearing up big time here. So we're going to stir this up. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Ugh. So I think we'll try and make peanut butter out of that. So let's see how they're going to turn out. Okay. So I'm going to stir this up. All right. 1 pound of spinach, and then we're going to add, oh, maybe I should have put the thyme in first. So then we're going to add a teaspoon and a half of thyme. Teaspoon. I should have put the thyme in first to easily blend it up. And a half teaspoons. No, that's 1/4. Okay, here's the half. Okay. Alrighty, there's the half. Okay. Am I at, oh, did I wonder, did I kind of forget to put the vanilla in the ice cream? Okay, so we put this away. Okay. I got so, okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. All righty. Now I'm going to get the dough ready tonight, and then I'm going to show you how to make the other, how to put it together tomorrow. I'm going to make the first dough today and then the second dough tomorrow. Isn't that something? So we're going to have bread for brunch. So, okay. I don't get lazy doing it too. So. All right, now I'm going to put, let's see. Okay. 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. So where's my, here's my salt. But if your doctor advises you not to use salt, then don't. So 1/4 of salt. There. All righty. And then we got the pepper. Have loads of pepper, let me tell you. Add in pepper. All righty. Saute this more, and then we're going to stick in the spinach. But if you want to use kale, go ahead. Stir it until it's actually sauteed until it wilts. And the same thing goes for the spinach. Or you can use both. So, alrighty. Everything turned into a challenge today. So, tomorrow we'll definitely make peanut butter and see how it turns out in the food processor. Okay. Is it going to turn it smooth, or is it gonna actually turn into chunk? Or is it not gonna turn it into peanut butter at all? I'm confident that it will. But if not, there's might be another food processor that they have that will turn it into peanut butter. So I think it will turn into peanut butter. That's the way I feel. So, all right, here we go. All right. So I washed this. I didn't have to cut it at all either. And it's not spending so much time. Okay, it's been an hour and 33 minutes now. Oh boy. So let's see. And oh boy, I really miss Natalie. It took Aaron's show to get her out. Yeah. And let's see, we haven't heard from Marilyn Honey, or did it not go through? I actually wanted to do a project with Serge Del Mar. That something seriously happened, because guess what? I copied and pasted and sent the email through, but it didn't happen. Now something has to be going on. Either it's the Android or Scientology's lurking into the background. Yeah. Unbelievable what those people will pull. So, okay. And they say, oh, everybody's being so negative about the religion and they're saying bad things. Well, guess what? Negative attitudes bring negative responses. That's what I say. So, truth came out, Scientology. All right. And what else did I do? I actually also sent it to Cubs, no response. So what is going on? Okay. All righty. All right. Now, what's my next project going to be? Well, guess what? Until it's completely done, I can't tell you. So we're going to see what's going to happen next with my next project. All right. So it is just so nerve-wracking, actually, doing all this. Okay. So I'm not going to say anything yet until everything is completely done and everything goes through, that I'm going to tell you about it. So, all right. Yeah. Oh boy, I had the time of my life today. We made ice cream. We're making this mushroom spinach pasta. Of course, it has to cook a little bit more faster, but just in case it does it and this is actually gets done before this, I'll turn it up another notch. So, all right. How do you like that? And let's see what else is going on. Yeah, I volunteered for the SPTV Foundation, and I'm going to see what I'm going to do next. I am doing this for the SPTV Foundation. What is it? Can't tell you yet, because if I tell you, then Scientology is going to get wind of it and then go to the head of another department to get. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So, alrighty. So, okay. And what else is going on? Let's see here. All right. Well, this is just looking good. It's unbelievable. Okay. And I wish I brought wheat so we can make wheat bread tomorrow. That's what either that I eat multi-brand. So, okay. All right. So, what else should we make tomorrow? Let's just see. All right. All right. So I'm done with the other task that I performed, which is, if I tell you, then other Scientologists is going to have a hard time getting out. So I can't tell you right now. So, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, I'm thinking, is Scientology dividing a police department up? One for Scientology and one against. I would think so, since some of them are not fond of Scientology. And I can tell by the police office in the Boston org on Commonwealth, it sounded like the police officer that got sick down there on the call felt like it was a waste of time being there. He let the Scientologist know by yelling at him. So who knows? So, oh boy, this is looking so good. I'm going to completely saute this. All right, and now I'm going to open up the spinach. All right. All right. Let's see, where is that? Here we go. So we're going to add in the spinach. Looks great, doesn't it? So we can't recycle this, and this is 12 ounce. Okay. All right. So now we're going to stir up the spinach until it's nice and wilted. All right. Oh, this is going to look so amazing on. All right. So it's going to look like we're going to probably be here for a couple of hours. So since that fruit processor or the ice cream took a little bit longer than I thought. So okay. Oh, wow. This is looking so amazing. Look at this. All right. All right. So I chopped up the shallots, and that food processor was so amazing. Yes. It chopped it in 2 seconds flat. It chopped the onion up 2 seconds flat. Isn't that so amazing? So we're gonna try it again with the with the peanuts and see if we can get peanut butter. So, alrighty. All right. Okay, so it's got to cook some a little bit more. Okay. Now, since it was frozen and not fresh, we're gonna cook it until it gets nice and melted and wilted. Okay. This is just so amazing. I wish you guys can see this. Okay. Of course, I did find this in this recipe on the internet, but I turned it in. So I took it and add just a little bit more to accompany it with my video because, you know, you can't use copyrighted material. So I rewritten it. So, okay. All righty. Okay. Alrighty. Now, of course, you know Jenna cooks, and she actually made potato chips one day. Oh my gosh, I really, really, really want to make those potato chips. I'll get even bigger if I even try it. And all right, so now I'm gonna get all right. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for a bit and let the spinach melt. So now, what is going on with me? Let's see, of course, I did my shopping today so I can get you the recipes for today. So I brought an extra flour for the bread tomorrow. Is there going to be enough flour? I think there will be because guess what? I bought another bag of flour. So let's see. And yeah. And let's see. Oh, was it Elron Liar or Davy something? Davy Mismanage. I think it might have been him. Of course, you know, he was there protesting and everybody just gathered around and just was watching it. And they were talking about it. Them, oh my gosh. guess what? Their recruitment is really, really down. And Shannon, Tula, and I think it was, I don't know. Yeah, they thought, oh, wow, we could get more. No, they're delusional. They think they can actually get more people in. No, I don't think so. So, and okay, let's see here. Of oil, so it can actually stir. All right. All right, it is looking so good. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Here we go. Now, what else is going to happen? Now, I can't find yesterday's protest anywhere. So that's where the action is. So, yep. All right. Now, what happened last week? Now, as you know, come February is Aaron's trial. So we're saying free Aaron. So guess what? Keep the phone calls rolling to make sure that Scientology will get the justice they deserve, which is guilty, and then they'll go to prison. Yes. And keep calling in saying, drop the charges against Aaron Smith 11. Or call into the courthouse and see what the prosecutor says. Yeah, it's my freedom of speech. Now, I can't tamper with the jury or go up to the prosecutor from here because guess what? I'm all the way in Ohio. So there's no way, no possible way. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to actually turn up the heat. Okay. Okay. Now, next week, what should I do next week? Okay. Let me think here. Of course, I'm going to complete every task for the SPTV. Now, I actually know the police officers that are in the police, half of them at least. I know some of the police officers here, and I'm going to see if I can get them to actually see the victim side of all this and have all the victims talk to them. Now here in Ohio, there's only 13 Scientologists here in the entire state. All right, so let's see here. Now, we're gonna dump in the pasta. Of course, I can't find the spaghetti, so we're gonna use this. So here we go. Okay, there. Now I'm gonna stir this up. I'm gonna put a little salt in here, but if you can't use the salt, then put olive oil in there, and it. Okay. All right. So that's not gonna. If you put a little bit of salt in here, it won't stick. So. All righty. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, it's getting foamy, so I better leave this off. All right. Of course, hopefully it won't. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna stir fry this. We're gonna saute. We're gonna stir this up some more. All right. Yeah, it has been 2 hours. Almost 2 hours now. Okay. And of course, I'm going to dump the whole thing in a colander. So let me get it. Man, it's really getting up there. So it's really bubbling up. So. All right. So. Okay. Get this colander out. All right, it's really bubbling up, so you can only see it. So I decided to keep the lid off so it doesn't do too much damage. So, all right, it looks like this is done. But I think I'll probably leave it there just a little bit more. So it looks like this is done. So I'm just gonna shut it off. So there. Now I'm gonna wait till that is done. So that's probably gonna take about maybe 5 minutes. So yeah, it's 1:59. It's going on 1.59 hours. It's almost 2 hours. Now, all right. Now this is, it's gonna take about 5 more minutes for this to finish. Or maybe an Italian would say 3 minutes, because usually with pasta, if it's rolled out fresh, then it's a minute, maybe a minute or 2. But with this, probably about 5 minutes. Okay. It's really bubbling up to the top. So, all right. I wanted to actually show you how we're going to assemble these together and combine them. Okay. So I think it'd probably take about 5 minutes. So let's see. Okay. Let me think here. All right. Now we are going to bake the bread tomorrow. I'm going to start out the first batch, let it rise, and then I'm going to make the second one tomorrow to show you how to actually make it into a dough. Oh boy. I hope it doesn't turn into a disaster. Okay. All right. Oh boy. I'm really having a wild time here. Should I turn it down a bit? Yeah, maybe so. So let's put it on there. So I don't want this to be a disaster. Okay, now it's going down. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, it's going down. There we go. And then we're going to combine these two together as soon as this is done boiling. It's actually pretty good. Now, yeah, I turned. Alrighty. It was this close to turning into the disaster, so. Now, all right, let's see. What else is there to talk about? Oh, hey, I wonder where green glass is. Usually green glass is one of the first ones online. So, and maybe the only ones because the rest of you don't tune in till tomorrow, till it's completely done. So, all right. Now, I managed to get I found three more channels in the Anti-Scientology network that's not even mentioned on the SPTV. So, I'm going to find some more and see what I can come up with. So, all right, let's see here. All right, it's puffing up a little more. All righty. Okay. All right. Okay, now we're definitely going to combine the two. Ooh, I forgot. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I completely forgot to put in the broth. 3 cups of broth. All right, let's put in the 3 cups. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. 3 cups. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. All right, 3 cups. Roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. 3 cups. All right, there we go. The 3 cups of broth. So let's see here. All right, now we're it's starting to look like soup. So then we're going to combine it in there with the pasta. So that's what I forgot to put in. 3 cups. So I'm going to stir this up. And then I'm going to combine this with that in there. I'll wait till it bubbles up. And then I'm going to stick it in there. All righty. Okay, it's bubbling up. Now, how is it going to turn out? Oh, and 1 cup of mozzarella. So let's add the 1 cup of mozzarella. All right. The 1 cup of mozzarella. All right. So there it is. We're going to see if it melts. So, yeah, I'm not going to waste it. So it goes in there. Yeah, who cares if the floor is dirty? But don't worry, I have no guests coming over. So, all right. Alrighty. Looks like it's gonna really cook. Let's see here. And then we're gonna combine it with this. Let's see here. Let's see if this is done. Yep, completely done. So let's turn this off. Alrighty. Alrighty. All right. All right. Oh no. You know what? There's still the hot boiling water in there, so I am gonna wait. All right. Now, what was I supposed to do? Put the cheese in there? Let's just find out. So it looks like it's going to be something like a mozzarella type. And then we're going to dump it in here and then combine it. So. All right. So there it is. Now I'm gonna stick this in there and combine it. So sorry everybody, I forgot to put the broth in. So it's not completely okay. And the mozzarella, plant-based cheese in there. That's not really my favorite cheese, but that's all I can afford. Okay. Alrighty. It looks like some kind of sauce in there. All right. Now we're going going to dump it in there. Well, maybe, okay. Dump it in there. Okay. Oh boy, this really looks so good. So, all right, it's definitely done because it did go over. So, all right, it is so done. And all the ovens off. All right. Okay, and you know this is the live stream, so let me get out a bowl. All right, it is done. So here it is. Doesn't that look amazing? So, you know, this is the end now, and we've been on 2 minutes and 2 hours and 16 seconds. So, you want to contribute to my channel? Go to buy me a coffee. You want to buy me a coffee? Hey, that's great. Or you can go to my PayPal and donate to keep my channel running. And so far, 251 of you actually is on this. So, and now if you can't contribute and you don't